month into my system. I command you to become vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin D, all the vitamins you know. Welcome to my page. It's me, your sister. I'm Tonia. There you go. You can call me Tonialight on Facebook, Tonialight on YouTube, Truth Life Story on TikTok. Welcome once again. This is the part 2 of this very message. If you have not watched the part 1, I have it on my page. You can go and watch it. So where I stopped last time, I think we are starting from there now. On my previous video, I told us number 1 thing we should do to stop eating in the dream. And the number 1 is you should stop eating people's food. I am not trying to say you should reject any food they give to you, but must you eat everything? Don't you know that anything you put in your mouth that you are not supposed to put in your mouth, it can become something else in your body? You don't know that. So it's not every food they give to you eat, okay? So learn how to say no. When somebody say take food, learn how to say no. And all those things I am telling you, I'm not just saying it for saying sake or I just want to talk. No, I am talking from experience. So I want you to watch this video to the end. Please watch this video to the end and share with your friends and family. So learn how to refuse food. Say no. If you're able to say no here, you will be able to say no in the dream. Okay, let me first of all explain some things why you should refuse food here on earth, so that you will be able to refuse it in the dream. Now listen, I have a testimony, a very short testimony. I may not be able to say everything in this very video. Maybe we still have part 3. So the reason you should stop eating people's food, no matter who that person is to you, there is something inside of you that will tell you don't eat that food. You see, you will not even listen. You will take the food and eat. Now let me tell you something. A lady came to my house. She came to amend some clothes. So the lady came to my house for me to soak, amend her clothes for her, you know. When she came, she saw me preparing snacks, meat pie. I was, you know, preparing meat pie for my family. Then she said, you can do this thing. I said, yes, I can do it. Then she stayed with me a little while in the kitchen. She stayed with me when I was, you know, doing it, because I told her I cannot leave this thing now to, you know, to attend to you. I told her you have to drop the clothes, then I will give you appointment when you should come and collect your clothes. Then she said to me, okay. I asked her, do you know how to, you know, do meat pie? She said no, she doesn't know how to do it. She said she doesn't know how to do it. When I asked her, do you know how to, you know, do meat pie? She said no. I said, okay, meat pie is what I'm preparing now. She stayed with me. She just stayed a little while, maybe 10 minutes. I don't even know whether she stayed up to 10 minutes. Then she left. I was like, won't you wait so that I will just finish everything in your present? I think she said her baby or something. She now left. So in the dream, listen, that same night, she brought meat pie and said I should come and taste it. I should taste meat pie. And I said, where did you see meat pie? She said, I prepared it. And I said, when? Because everything was just like real life. I said, when did you prepare it? When did you leave my house just now? When did you prepare meat pie? She said she just prepared it when she got home, that I should take and taste whether it's good. You know what I told her? In the dream, I said, I don't eat in the dream. That was what I told her. In the dream. Then she said, taste it. I said, I don't eat in the dream. And I woke up the next morning. I was like, what kind of dream is this? I prayed and I thank God I did not eat that meat pie. And this same lady, we were in the same class, language school. You know, we were in the same class. So on that very day, that very faithful day, she did not come to class. She didn't come to school. So I now went, since our house is not too shop, you know, her store where she says African things. If she watch this video now, she will not be talking about her. My dear sister, I will not mention your name, don't worry. I went to her shop and I asked her, I said, you didn't come to class today. I didn't see you in school. What happened? She said that I can't remember what she said. I just cannot remember what she said. But I saw meat pie there. I saw meat pie in her shop. She said African things, you know. I saw that she put meat pie on top of one shot glass like that. And the meat pie was inside container. And somebody now came, a man now came and said that, you started selling meat pie. Do you know how to do meat pie? Is this one to, you know, they were just cracking joke. Is it to taste? Is it to give to customer? She said, no, I'm selling it to, it's one euro. That one I said, €1, you just start something and you are selling it. It's for us to taste. They were just, you know, cracking joke like that. Then later she said I should take meat pie. Are you hearing me now? And I said, where did you see meat pie? She said she did it. And I said, when? She said yesterday. And this lady left my house in the night. She came to my house in the night because her house is close to my house. Maybe she came to my house, let's say around after 10 or to 10. Because I remember I didn't start that meat pie on time. I did it then because I was already planning to, you know, to prepare the meat pie. And I said I must do it that night, you know. And she left my house very late, around maybe after 10. And I asked her, well, you left my house in the night yesterday. When did you prepare meat pie? She was telling me to taste the meat pie, whether it's good, whether she tried, you know. I said, no, wait first. When did you prepare the meat pie? She said, in the night. I said, which night? You left my house in the night around after 10. Where do you not see the ingredients you used? She will say, I have flour, I already have flour, I already have some things. I just got home, I just prepared those things. She forced me that I should taste it. What they say, taste it now, so that you will know, you will tell me whether I try. The other I did not try, you will tell me. The other I try, you will tell me. Just taste it. I said, I don't want to eat meat pie. You know, I prepared meat pie yesterday. I have a lot at home. Just imagine. Just imagine. You will just be amazed now that that woman prepared that meat pie just because of me. To do something. But God saved me. Both in the dream and in real life. Because I don't used to eat anyhow. I don't collect food anyhow. I don't eat anyhow. That was how my mother brought us up. Yes. You know those days now. Those days that, you know those days. If you're able to afford rice twice in a week, you are rich. They will count you among the rich people. Those days now, sometimes you eat rice only once in a week, sometimes twice. If it's too much that week, you eat rice 3 times in a week. Those days, our neighbors would cook very well, rice, everyone will be smelling nice. They would heap the rice, put stew, put meat or fish. They will give it to my mom and say, give your children. My mother will say, thank you, oh, thank you, thank you. We will call all of us, call her children, we now. We say we should come and eat. When we get inside, in our presence, in my present, my mother will carry that food, look for cellophane or nylon bag, pour it inside, tie it very well, and throw it under the bed. We are hungry. She will throw it under the bed. Then in the night, she will carry that rice, use another wrapper like this to cover her body, straw out, and go and throw it away, far away. I love you, Mama. Hey! I love my mom so much. No mom is like my mother. We will not eat that food. The food will be smelling nice. My mother will not give us. She will not eat. We, her children, will not taste it. So that was how I grew up. It's very difficult for me to eat somebody's food. I'm not used to it. I am not used to it. At all. I'm not used to it. Or is it when they are celebrating Christmas, my mother will just say, don't eat anybody's food. We will not eat. Only in my grandmother's place and my auntie. That is my grandmother's last born. My auntie. We eat there because I stayed with her. My other sister stayed with her. So we eat there. My auntie and my grandmom. And that time I was very small. But when I grew up, auntie, anybody at all, It will shock you now if I tell you this thing. I've already married. I've married. This one happened about 25 years ago. I've already married, and after my wedding, by the grace of God, after my wedding, I think after 2 months, and I took him. I was pregnant. The pregnancy was not showing at all, but I was already pregnant. So my grandmother lost. No, yes, my grandmother's brother lost his wife, and this woman is very dear to us. She's so dear to us. I traveled from Benin to my place. I went there to visit my grandma and her brother that lost his wife. I went to visit them, and I just married. Let's say I married 2 months ago, and I was pregnant. You know, yeah, I was already pregnant, but you will not know. I just took him. So when I got to my grandmother's place, I should peel yam like this in her hand. I stay with my grandmother for you to know how I don't eat anyhow. I stay with her, I eat her food. But that very particular day, as I just dropped from the bike, I just saw that she's peeling yam. She just cut the yam and said, take.